Peace and love, peace and love. Namaste, brothers and sisters. I come by many names. Some call me the Swami of the South, the Sage of the Stage, the Brahmin Shaman, but you may call me Brother Spencer. Can I have a volunteer come here with me on stage? Yes, you. What is your name? Hello, brother. Namaste. How much sleep do you get, brother? That's not enough. Do you know how much sleep the average American gets? Go on, let me hear you. Good answer for the unenlightened. Go sit back down. Would you have guessed 6.5 hours? Doctors and swamis alike recommend at least 8 hours of rest per night. This is most ridiculous, brothers and sisters. See, we as living creatures need sleep. We're most neglected. Can I ask you, do you neglect breathing air? Do you neglect eating? When you do not breathe, you gasp for air. When you don't eat, you are hungry. Do you know what happens when you go without sleep? Well, Brother Spencer is here to be your spirit guide. Before I reached this state of mind, this poor vessel, this body of mine, every little thing annoyed me. I verbally devastated anyone for no real reason. I was almost sad 24/7. This was a trying time in my life. The day the coffee had run out, and the countless nights of sleep and staying up had me drained. I actually fell asleep at 10 a.m. I was out like a light. I had woken up the next morning. I took a breath in, a deep, guttural breath, and I felt like my life had changed in that instant. For the first time in a long time, I was happy. I had been awakened by sleeping. It was nuts. It felt like the color in the world had been restored. And let me tell you, 40% of Americans don't get the recommended amount of sleep. That's only 13 million people. That's 312 million walking zombies sleep deprived. If I were you, I'd take a look at myself and see if the only bags I have were in my closet and not under my eyes. And listen, I know, I get it. I've been around. I understand. The grind. People are so proud of their grind. I've talked to people that have been up for 3 days straight. It was almost like a competition to see how fast you can kill yourself. A study found that not sleeping can shave literal years off your life. And I know, as SDAs of good old SAU, we don't drink. But get this, son. After 19 hours without sleep, you are cognitively impaired. This lack of sleep has been comparable to that of being straight drunk. An estimated 6,000 people die from drowsy driving each year. That's so too many of us meeting the grave way too early. It's so preventable too. Sleep is something not to be messed with. It's so important that sleep deprivation will actually kill you faster than starvation will. And the benefits of sleeping outweigh the benefits you get from not sleeping. Sleeping affects more than how rested you are. Sleep is the branch that connects every aspect of your life. The right amount of sleep will boost your immune system and will increase the quality of your life. And the longer you live, the wiser you get. Just take a look at me. I'm 72 years old and in bed by 10 every night, and I don't look a day over 20. Sleep has so many good effects too. Sleep also lowers blood pressure and regulates appetite, controls your weight, you think clearer, the list goes on and on. And brothers and sisters, Brother Spencer knows what you're thinking. But what if I need to work on something? What if my procrastination has led me to this final that I haven't studied for, and that same final is tomorrow? I'm going to stay up all night. I'm going to have to stay up all night and work on it, right? Well, no. Brother Spencer has some news for you. See, studies show that you remember more and focus better when you wake up early and study rather than losing sleep for studying. The information is fresh in your head and you're ready to go. Meanwhile, if you were to study all night, and yes, you would be looking at the information, but you'd get no sleep, you'd be disoriented. Most of that information you studied would be lost. Because while you're trying to remember the Pythagorean's theorem, your brain is actively trying to shut down and go to sleep. When it really comes down to it, and I tell all the people I speak to about this, there's always a reason not to do something. There's always an excuse, and I follow that up by saying that time is not found, it is made. And for something as critical as sleep, I make it time for it. Instead of sleep as something that inhibits productivity, I think of the act of sleeping as being productive in itself. The choice is yours. Namaste, brothers and sisters.